Hello friends, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. Another day, another Autodesk Sketchbook illustration. As you have already seen the title and the picture from thumbnail, we are going to have this beautiful illustration of a lantern, sea and a fluffy cloud, and of course we need to have that purplish tone in our illustration. So without any further delay, we are already in the rough sketch. So we are going to use 2860 into 2060 as the canvas size, and here I'm just using primary pencil to hint where I want the cloud and the lantern to be around. I'm not going over crazy with it, but we'll just slowly enjoy the entire process. So let's just hop on to step one, that is, let's paint the sky. For painting the sky, we are going to use our normal usual brush, which is coarse watercolor brush. So we are just going to adjust the size of it based on your stylus or Apple Pencil. Here I'm using Apple 6th generation iPad and also Apple 1st gen pencil. This is doing absolutely fine, so there is no point of me buying a new iPad. So saving capitalism and everything. So I started with the dark purplish shade followed by the lighter shade of purple, and then at the very end I added a thin peach color, and also to bring all the picture together I have added a dark burgundy tone on the top of the sky. And also we are going to use blending brush from the artist column. So here I'm just adjusting the size of the brush. Again, make sure it's depend on the pressure of your stylus or Apple Pencil. So I'm just going to go to and fro, nothing in any other format, just a simple way. So from top to bottom, just mix both the color. Make sure it's just a tint of the sky. We are not going anything crazy, because the next step is definitely, so we are just not going to make much complication here, just the simple in and out, blend both the colors. And here we are into step two, that is the fluffy cloud, my favorite one. So we are just using coarse watercolor brush to add the hint of the cloud. So you can just select the size as it is in the screen, or you can adjust. So I'm just going to add a dab of violet color, purplish color, and then I'm adding more darker shade, the aubergine color, and then we are going to add a light pinkish on the top of it so that it comes all together. So I have added the base layer, the depth shadow layer, and also the highlight in one go. And also if you look on the right side, I might have added a new layer for the cloud itself. So because 101 rule of digital illustration is to add as many layer as you want, because if you mess up with the illustration, you can just go ahead and delete the layer rather than messing up the entire art whatever you have done. So here I'm using again blending brush to blend both the darker shade and lighter shade. So if you are new for this blending thing, just make sure you do it slowly. Nobody is in a hurry. Just take your sweet time to bring all the cloud to look like this. So what I do is I do it in a slow circular motion. So for example, the lighter and the darker shade, I do it in the circular motion. Once that is done, I go to the darker shade, okay, the lighter shade, and blend it slowly. So I'm just going to add depth to the sky. So I'm using flow airbrush to just add the hint of black, because I want the cloud to pop out rather than the sky. So here we are adjusting according to it. So step three is easy C. So what I did for this is I don't want to do everything again. So I just copy and pasted the sky and the cloud layer. So you guys don't have to do anything, adding color, smudging, nothing. Just copy and paste the sky and cloud layer. And we are going to use our brush from artistic one. So I'm just going to add a flow airbrush to add the darker shade, just so that it looks like sea. And we are using hairbrush from the artist column. So we are just going to adjust and then bring all this together by smudging around, making it sure it looks like a wave. So if you look closely, I'm just adding the sketch like a wave as we go by. So this took a little bit of time, but again, it's very easy, very simple. You just don't have to do anything. You just copy paste the cloud and sky and use the hairbrush to mix all the cloud and the sky together and give that wavy structure as you go by. Okay, I'm using flow airbrush again to bring the sea looks like a sea rather than it's part of the sky. So next we have the very simple step here. I'm just going to add an element, okay? Nothing crazy here. We are just going to draw a boat. If you want to add a human being there, like a couple or just a boat person who rows the boat, you can, but I want to keep it just an element for the pictures to come together, because we anyway, the show topper is lantern itself, but here I just added a small boat. We are using dry brush here to actually draw this entire thing, because it's much easier if you're drawing any element. So there we are. We are using again blending brush to blend it all together. We are going to add a shadow of darker shade beneath the boat. I'm just going to add a stick boat as an element. So followed by the show topper, we are going to draw a lantern. How are we going to draw? Very simple. Just choose the orange color. We are going to use pen, and we are going to draw a oval shape, and then with a free hand you just do a semicircle, or you go a little curvy on the top, okay, the elongated oval shape, however you want to say it. Just do that, and with the help of fill bucket we are going to fill it up, and then we pick the lighter yellow color and the darker yellow color, add it in between of the lantern, like as though it's burning from inside, right? Then we are going to use our smudge brush, the blending brush from the artist column, and we are just going to blend as we go by. So this is the very simple step of the entire illustration. So lantern, if you look, it's look complicated, but actually it's very simple. Hope you're enjoying this video so far, and also we are end of the entire illustration. We are just blending this two color, smudging around the edges and making sure it looks as realistic as it can. And also one of the pro tip is make sure you add new layer, because we are going to copy the lantern and paste all over our illustration. So follow the step. Look at the right side. You can see there is a sky layer, there is a cloud layer, there is a sea layer, there is a boat layer, and then we have our lantern on top of that. Once we are done with we are going to use our glow brush, not glow neon, it's just glow brush. Just adjust the size according to your requirement, and then there we go. I'm happy with how this turned out. I just want a little bloom out of the lantern, and here I'm copying and pasting the rest of lantern. Make sure to share this video with your artist friend or somebody who's starting their illustration in digital art. I'll be very happy to hear your comments as well. So make sure to leave the comment which bit you like it, whether it is the sky, the cloud, the boat, the sea, or the lantern itself. And also you can add so many more objects here. Like I said, in the boat you can add a little human being sitting there rowing the boat, enjoying the scene of the lantern, but I don't want to create more complication. It's already enough here. So see you all in the next one. Till then, have a great time. Enjoy your life. Do what you really want to do in your life. Don't waste it. So till then, see you next time. Take care.